Very pleased to welcome here today Rik Vera, our keynote speaker for London in the Leadership from Chaos conference here. And Rik, thank you very much for joining us today. So we have my pleasure. So just three questions for you. So the first one is related very much to the pandemic. So 18 months into the pandemic, what has been the biggest change to the way we do business?
I think the biggest change is the change in the business environment. I think that the canvas of society was already changing, but has got a speed course in the change from one society, the old society, to a new type of society. And I think the biggest change is in customer and customer behavior. I like to call the new customer the Homo sapiens. Online has really merged with offline, and offline has really merged with online. And customers more and more want to experience an online convenience and an offline experience at the same time. And I think that is the biggest change and also the biggest challenge for companies, how to cope with that.
Thank you. I think customer experience definitely is coming through as being really key to a lot of the or seems to be underpinning the themes of our joint conference. So thank you for that. And question two. So what does this mean for hospitality? So this customer experience, this change in the way we do business, and how will hospitality fare?
I think hospitality, I think if you look back at these 18 months, what we've been missing is meeting other people, is going out of our bubble, experiences a kind of serendipity. And I think that I see a bright future for everything which is related to hospitality. I think that hospitality is not only going to play a big role in hospitality as a segment, but in hospitality as in what can other industries learn from hospitality. And I think that the biggest challenge for hospitality is how do you, and I call it the magic formula, how do you connect to many? And we need to connect digitally, but engage individuals. And engaging individuals, everybody wants to be treated like an individual. And hyper-personalization is key, and hyper-personalization is something that is human to human. So how in hospitality do you connect to many in the digital way and engage individuals in a hyper-personal, human-to-human way?
That sounds like a big challenge for the hospitality industry. Do you think, just as an add-on question, and this is a little bit sort of off the wall, but do you think that the technology is in place for us to do that within the hospitality industry, or do you think that will also be a challenge?
I think it is a challenge. The technology is in place. The technology is out there.
Okay.
We are at the verge of, I think, one of the biggest revolutions in human history. That is that artificial intelligence is going to become mature and is going to enter our lives just like the internet has entered our lives. And it will become part of our daily routines, but it will also become part of the daily routine of a company, just like the internet has become part of the daily routine. And the technology is out there. So it's a matter of embracing it, a matter of looking what is available, how would I be able to use it, and use it, please, especially in hospitality, use it to augment intelligence. I love to call it augmented intelligence. That is, how can we use that artificial intelligence to help and assist people to even become more human to human?
Right, so many challenges ahead then. So thank you. So finally, question three. So just to remind people, we're interviewing Rik Vera, the keynote speaker for Leadership in Chaos here in London. So the final and third question is, what does the future look like and what is the biggest opportunity ahead?
The biggest opportunity ahead is that the more we digitize, and let's face it, we're going to digitize even more than we have already digitized. I think that digitization of human life and society is just at the beginning. And we're going to see a whole decade. I call it not the roaring 20s, but the twilight 20s, the chaos 20s. In those chaos 20s, people will digitize and society will digitize. And the more we digitize, the more we will long for human experiences and real experiences. And where can we find real experiences, and how can we experience those human interactions? That is what I love to call hospitality. So hospitality has got, I think, a bright future if they grab the opportunity. And again, not only in hospitality, I'm writing this book, Ecosystems, on ecosystems. That is, industries will blur into new type of industries, and we'll see what can we learn from each other and how can we work together to create something new. And I think that hospitality, what we used to call the hospitality segment, will be other companies will try to work together with hospitality companies, because hospitality people know how to deal with people and how to be hospitable.
Fascinating. So it's kind of like looking at what you might call indirect competition, or not necessarily competition, but certainly other industries coming in, and hopefully sort of adding super value to the whole proposition from a customer viewpoint.
Absolutely. And they're going to look for companies to help them to be. Let's look. If you're a bank, and if you want to create well-being for your customers, how the heck, being a bank, can you create well-being for your customers? Then you need to be more than a bank. And being more than a bank is, how can we do good for people? How can we create experiences for our customers? Now, what is creating experience? That's what the hospitality sector is doing by definition on a daily basis. So they're going to knock on your doors to help them out.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. So that's the conclusion of question 3 with Rik Vera, keynote speaker for London. Rik, thank you so much. Really looking forward to seeing you soon.
All right. Looking forward to inspiring people, Ellie.
You will, without doubt. Yep. Really brilliant. Okay. Thank you.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.